Hey people, Indra here, 3v3, SD Province, blue team. Desked with a Force Commander, very strong offense, fighting in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support, alongside Sealos with a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fighting in melee, begins with a refractor shield thing. This is the Armageddon Steel Legion elite scheme. And rounding off the blues, another Space Marine player's Paranoid Kamikaze with an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee combat. By default begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura, the Ultramarines DLC here. Red team, it's Survive with an Eldar Farseer, support hero fighting in melee, some powerful buffs and control abilities. And rounding off the red team, a couple of Lictor Alphas. This is Deathclaw and we have Adinosaurusrex. These guys are infiltrating heroes, melee specialists that can disrupt, a little bit of support too. Powerful combatants, as I may expect, disrupting that Apothecary all over the place already. And it's double Hormogaunts of both of the Lictor Alpha players into Termagants here for Adinosaurusrex on the eastern side against the Apothecary. So maybe we'll see some Purification Vials, the tax dropper model as the others get into the garrison there. Scouts also get into the garrison, they should be relatively safe. But the carry is still standing out here, smacking stuff. It's doing alright. On the west side, Eldar push through against the Force Commander. They're going to grab the VP over there. Farseer took a bunch of damage though, and now they're on the power towards the mid. A bunch of dead stuff, holy crap. Sealos almost dropping. Yep, they're going to drop their guardsmen. Those guys were buffed by Inspire Courage, so they couldn't retreat. And got caught out of position by the double Hormogaunts, I guess. Easily replaced though. They did have their Sergeant, which is a small requisition cost. Sentinel stomps a single Hormogaunt. With that ground pound upgrade, Lord Commissar should be putting the shield down now to get some energy back. Piling Banshees coming in. They are a big threat to low-level heroes. So they're just leaving them alone for now. Nope. They're trying to bait the stomp out. I guess Survive doesn't know that the stomp was just used. And they're chopping up that Lord Commissar pretty damn quickly with support from Guardian Shuriken Catapult. Shotgun Blast comes in from Desk. Force Commander now. Oh, what? Banshee's white. Sloppy them from Survive. Pretty sloppy. They did so well. Almost lost the Guardian squad too. Down to, oh, they might still lose them. They do lose them. The Sentinel gets it done. Now comes in for a stomp on the Shuriken. From a pretty solid first engagement to a pretty bad one for Survive. Comes in with some Rangers now. Sealos still with just a Sentinel. Has not replaced the Guardsman yet. Desked with Assault Squad on the way. Sealos straight into Catachan Devils. Paranoid Kamikaze already with an Assault Squad. These guys are 400 hit points of heavy armor each. And they can jump on you and disrupt. Great synergy perhaps with an Apothecary that can heal them and stuff and support them. 451 to 454 on the VPs. Warrior Brood with a Barbed Strangler. Lictor Alpha looking for different angles there. Will be spotted by the Scout Sergeant though when he's trying to be infiltrated. Barbed Strangler, Warrior Brood are a prime target for the Assault Squad jump to get on them. So they can't fire that very effective Barbed Strangler suppression weapon. Grenade you saw there from the Scouts. Didn't do too much. And now they're on the power in the southeast. Natural power for the blue team. Blue team do have the west back thanks to Desk. And they are defending their own power here in the southwest. Desk with there's Assault Squad up. Sealos with Sentinel into Catachan Devils. And maybe more Catachan Devils actually. I think you still want the Guardsmen up to repair and stuff. Assault Squad jumping in. Found some Termagants and of course the Warrior Brood. Stomp gets the Warrior Brood too. Looks like they got 2 gens. Not bad. 2 gens and almost the 3rd gen. I wonder if they will bother to repair it here. Kamikaze. Looks like not right now. They didn't decap the wreck point though. I feel like you should always decap the wreck point if you're on the power like that on SD Province. Adinosaurusrex with another Warrior Brood. These guys in their default power melee state. Can leap into combat and stuff. They're pretty damn useful in melee. Kicking off towards the west side. Rangers getting caught, but they survive. Ravena Brood coming in to help out the Eldar there. With those Devourer weapons. Desk gave up the west side to help out elsewhere, rotated mid a bit. These are paranoid scouts in the mid. Desked is back on their own power, making sure it doesn't get hit, with shotgun scouts, tactical marines, and their assault squad are healing up right now. I guess they're waiting for the assault marines. They are perhaps 2v1 though. Both the Hormagaunts there with adrenal glands as well. Ravener Brood, Warrior Brood, not sure where Deathclaw's Lictor Alpha is. They have Feeder Tendrils going for the natural victory point of the Brood team. Got the node, decapping the power. Ravener Brood dropping a model there, but they do get in on the tactical marines. Nicely timed shotgun blast, but I don't think it was aimed at the Warrior Brood. I think it was aimed at the Raveners there. Warrior Brood are persuaded to leave though. Force Commander saw to that. Assault Squad getting on some Guardians. They have a grenade. We don't see the throw though. Just had to escape. A couple more seconds hanging around. The Assault Squad would have wiped them. Basilisk Flare from the Lord Commissar's Global Bar has a power sword now. Gives him the awesome lead by example. Kind of like the battle cry of the Force Commander that he starts with actually, but it does give him a speed boost and you get a bit more of a damage buff with it when he swings. I guess it would stack with battle cry too. That could be really nasty. 358 to 437. Farseer just casually wandering away. Nope, she wants to fight still. It's a bad fight for you to take, Mrs. Farseer. What are you up to exactly? Has to retreat out in the end. Meanwhile, Lictor Alpha of Deathclaw is now bashing gens. Does not heal off the gen hits, as you can see. Fully kitted Apothecary. Sanguine Chainsword. Heal on hit allows him to brawl a bit more effectively. Armor of Purity. And Purification Rites for the knockback and damage on a heal. Anything for the Force Commander? Nope, nothing for the Force Commander yet. Survive did not get more Banshees, so I wonder if we will see the Thunderhammer to combat the melee Tyranid stuff, since they aren't technically on their side. A lot of the game does transition to that western contested area though, as the game goes on. We do indeed have some guardsmen for Sealos. They have their sergeant up. Can repair that sentinel of course, but they're seeing some pressure here from the Tyranids. This is Deathclaw's army. Shotgun blast of the Catechans. Catechans being mobbed though. Assault Squad jumping in, and here's the support from Desk, and they see off Deathclaw. That opens up an opportunity for blue team here to maybe get onto this power with only the Farseer play here to defend. Dark Creepers on the way in tier 2 for survive. Still got those Rangers of course with the Pathfinder gear. And they've grabbed the VP. Looks like they aren't going for the power. They're going to go and rotate east to support Paranoid. This is Sealos, that is. Not sure what Desk is going to do. They're hanging out. Oh, they're bashing this node here. 329 to 429 on the VPs. Lictor Alpha with a fancy special attack there. This is Adinosaurusrex, which has deadly jump. More health and gives you an awesome mobility and disruption jump. 319 to 429. 100 or so VP lead for the red team in tier 2. Dark Creepers are in. Inferno PvP damage effective versus heavy and super heavy infantry, such as most marine infantry. All of them aside from scouts basically. And I guess the librarian has its own armor type. Double stormtroopers for Sealos. They found some Raveners. Burrow Strike. It's going to put them in trouble, I think. Sentinel has the missile launcher. Frag missiles going. The Assault Squad coming in. Been very good at those support jumps from the flank so far, has Desked. Waiting for the Tyranids to get in and they get that good jump. Rangers with their kinetic pulse on those Marines there. Marines have their sergeant, so maybe we'll see some Sternguard veterans. Farseer has her Singing Spear. Is forced to retreat though. Does she have anything else going on? Yep, rune armor. Did we see that before? Maybe we did. Psychic Storm's always good. There's always going to be infantry around to suppress. That's the Basilisk Flare again from the Lord Commissar to mess up the range and vision of those units, but didn't hit the Guardian Weapon team. And Lord Commissar might go down. Didn't have his shield up for some reason and does go down. Might get instantly revived. Isn't the Force Commander here? Yeah, Force Commander's basically here. And they're level 2. Assault Squad doing a huge amount of work No banshees to threaten them. No gravity blade to control them. They could just grow in stature as the game goes here. They do have the double Hormagaunts from Deathclaw still. They also have Adrenal Gland Warrior Brood now as well. And the Lictor Alpha itself is a big threat with those feeder tendrils and Lone Hunter. Where is it though? Oh, it's off. It's gone off to Lone Hunt, I guess. 248 to 429. Desk floating huge amounts of requisition. Maybe going for a quick tier 3 actually. Here comes Adinosaurusrex all the way from the eastern side of the map, leaving it open for Paranoid to push. As you can see on the minimap, they are pushing that eastern side to get Power Bash or something. Sentinel in a bit of trouble. Just ate an Electro Shock grub. There's a Psychic Storm from the Farseer. See her floating in the air as she uses it. Standing up to it okay. The Guardsmen have their Commissar squad leader in there. Sentinel's very low. It's gonna go down. Needed to get the hell out of there. Good push by the red team. They got through. Plasma Guardsmen. Don't want to lose these guys. They're fully upgraded and they do get lost. Stayed in there way too long. See loss at level 3. The Lord Commissar with stubbornness. That was quite stubborn to keep them in like that. The 2 Stormtroopers survived. Both with Assault Kit. Force Commander. Still no war gear for this fella. Tier 3 though. Tier 3 also for Survive and for Adinosaurusrex. And a Power Bash. Not wasting any time. They're straight on the power. And I think the blue team should have taken that opportunity they had to go after this power when they forced Deathclaw off the mid. Should have gone after it. 244 to 400. I mean, I know it's tempting to get the 2v1 on the other side once you force off the mid player, but Paranoid could have held. And if you can get that Power Bash, that's very valuable. Or could potentially be very valuable. We're going to get a Terminator Force Commander here. That will reset his level to 1. And he'll no longer be able to level. But we'll get some fancy Terminator armor. So he's happy with it. Big fight on the east side. Barb Strangler still doing work. Assault Squad are forced to retreat. They don't drop a model though. Hormagaunts on retreat path. They don't have Adrenal Glands though for Adinosaurusrex. These fellas do. And Tactical Marines are still in here. What are they up to? Just got a heal from the Apothecary. Purification Rites helping to disrupt things. Warrior Brood getting very low. But Tax need to run. They do have their Sergeant. He's pretty good in melee, that fella. That's too much to take on. We're trying to get Warrior Brood kills, I think, because they were so low. Trying to get those Synapse backclashes to go. Apothecary doing some good brawling, though. Halfway through level 3. Might get a Warrior Brood model if he hits the right fella. Nope. Full health Hormagaunts in here. Good special to start that fight off. And we'll be able to heal himself with the Purification Rites as well. So it's continuing to be a pain in the arse here, Paranoid Kamikaze. Not sure if the heal is off cooldown. There it is. And uses it to escape. Was being debuffed. Was suppressed by a scythe, I think. Or maybe the Barb Strangler just suppressed him. There's the Terminator Force Commander. Gone for a heavy flamer. Big old flame weapon. 27 DPS of flame is nuts. Isn't a Tactical Marine Flamer like single digits DPS? I think it is. 186 to 400 on the VP's massive VP lead for the red team. Sealos goes tier 3, blue team putting all their eggs in a tier 3 basket here. Can they pull this off? Maybe one of them should have stayed tier 2 a bit longer and beefed up their army. This is Paranoid grabbing their power back. Looks like they used a drop pod to get these tacks in here. Instantly gave them a sergeant. But they weren't stern guarded instantly. Which is typically what you see. Vanguard veterans coming in. First Company Assault Squad with power melee weapons, a Thunderhammer, a Lightning Claw, and 2 power swords. And that Thunderhammer does have the passive 15% knockback on hit thing that Thunderhammers do have, which is nice. Can swap it for a Power Fist as well. Jumping on the Dark Creepers. Dark Reapers are heavy infantry, I think, as well, so that's a really bad fight for those guys. Aspect of Reaper up on these fellas. Retains the Western VP up against 2 players now, though. And what can Sealos do to help? They only have double Stormtroopers. A couple of grenades, though, could do a lot of work. 184 to 389. Here's that burst damage from those hotshot las guns. Is it enough to deter the Hormagaunts, though? Need to focus down the Warrior Brood here. And there's some Promethean. 184 to 387. 1-to-1 cap. Here comes that Lord Commissar. Now has the flak jacket for Inspire Terror. Oh, nice grenades from the Stormtroopers there. Killed off something. Some Guardians, I suppose. Looks like they had their Guardian Warlock fella as well. 2-to-1 for red. Gonna lose the west side though, but they are on blue team's natural. Deathclaw's been doing this a lot. Adrenal Gland's now in. 165 to 187 on the VPs. Kamikaze trying to defend their power here. Both attacks are off the field though. I don't know if they can. Apothecary will do what he can, I suppose. Oh, gets the Hormagaunts out of there. Scout's being a nuisance as well. Apothecary's like a little brawler bunny, isn't he? Just won't stop. Still that 2-to-1 for red. Steel 2 says survive. 2 against the power here. There we go. Bashing it with that heavy flamer, of course. Seer Council on the field for survive. Already been forced off the field though. Swarm Lords for both of the Tyranid players. Holy crap, that could be difficult to deal with for the blue team. They have basically no anti-vehicle other than the Terminator's Power Fist at the moment. Oh, here comes a tank for Paranoid Kamikaze. Get the VP, says Desk. This one, I guess, is what they're talking about. Apothecary goes after it, and they are level what? Level 4. Apothecary's heal gets better every level. And of course, having more energy to use is great as well for him. Down goes the Farseer on retreat. Not sure what she was up to. Why did she retreat? Could have just like snuck off and got back to safety that way. Vanguard veterans jump the Lictor Alpha. This is Deathclaw with the Scything Talons. Over 80 power melee DPS. And Scythe is a good on-demand disruption and suppression. 111 to 381 on the VPs. They're the 2-to-1 for blue. Can they stabilize now? Gonna be tough. Gonna have Swarm Lords in their face soon, kicking off in the mid. Here's the tank. We'll see what he can do for Kamikaze. And here's the Swarm Lord. This is Adinosaurusrex's Swarm Lord. They are super units for Tyranids. Powerful melee combatants that provide a speed and reinforcement synapse. And they can drain the health of nearby enemies, as you see here. Leech Essence going on to self-heal it. Tons of melee DPS. Vanguard veterans getting away with 2 models, I think. Tank got a lot of shots in there. Just a pile of Tyranids with a few Assault Marines in there. Again, Apothecary, last one standing. Doesn't want to fight a Swarm Lord though. Goes after the Capillary Tower. Swarm Lord backs off. Swarm Lord doesn't want to get shot at by a tank, I suppose. Here's the other Swarm Lord. And some Assault Terminators for Desk. Heavy melee damage. You can certainly go toe-to-toe with the Swarm Lord, but with it having melee resistance, I'm not sure if they can outfight it. I guess they probably could. Depends how well they can hit Leech Essence on how many things and that kind of stuff. Here's some Ogrins for Sealos. We might see them turned into Bullgrins. 109 to 340. Blue team are running out of VPs here. They have just powered up their armies quite a lot though, with a tank, Assault Terminators, and now some Ogrins. Lord Commissar getting the Emperor's Wrath. Very, very expensive accessory. And a Fire Prism's in play for Survive to help hold the west side and stop caps here. As you can see, fantastic disruption potential. There's the Emperor's Wrath. Ooh, I wonder if that'll one-shot a Fire Prism. It probably would. Isn't it 150 damage per? I guess it depends if any of them hit rear armor. Good shots on those Ogrins. Swarm Lord going to town on the Terminator Force Commander. Seer Council there too. And let's not forget that the Terminator Force Commander only gets heavy infantry armor, which has always been a little bit weird, but he does get 2,500 hit points of it. Gets the revive as well. Rocket run now from Silos. Decent hits, nothing spectacular though. In fact, did he just wipe out his own Ogrins there? Huh. Maybe he was trying to save them and it didn't work out. 85 to 318. Neurothrope on the way for Deathclaw. Look at this though. Kamikaze is getting some scouts on the red team's natural. Bashing power too. He gets a full bash. Double cap for blue. Gonna be a 2-to-1 for red soon though, I think. Any sign... Oh, I was gonna say any sign of a Land Raider. Here comes a Land Raider Redeemer from Desk. Heavy weapon squad for Sea Lost to maybe try and get a las cannon in here. Neurothrope's gonna be a big problem for the Assault Terminators and the Vanguard veterans and stuff. Especially with Seer Council in there. Seer Council did a lot of damage to Thunderhammer Assault Terminators. And they're getting a power bash. And a power decap actually. Some power fisting from the Terminator Force Commander. They gave up on a decap. Here come those triple Stormtroopers. And now we have double heavy weapon squad. One las cannon. And these guys are... Oh, they have a flag on the Lord Commissar, so they're all hanging out there like weirdos. No upgrade for those fellas yet. Fire Prism's got a decent chunk of XP. Starts off with only 500 hit points, which makes it kind of fragile. Especially for a vehicle. Anti-vehicle weapons always quite so powerful. Lictor Alpha being sneaky. Level 3. I guess looking for this decap here. Catechans are looking after it at the moment. Blue team getting back on the west side too. For how long? Orbital bombardment completely misses everything. Not sure who that was. Kamikaze maybe? I think some Terminators would have been better. Here is the tank of Kamikaze. Now has a las cannon. It's a big blob of Tyranids. Massive fight kicking off here. Land Raider Redeemer now up on the west side. Trying to formation goes in. There is a paroxysm as well. All kicking off here. Land Raider Redeemer will allow the blue team's infantry to retreat back to it for safety and get some reinforcement. It can be nuke bait though, especially to Eldar with their Eldritch Storm. Not sure how much red they have. Down goes that Fire Prism as you saw. Massive pressure in the Eldar backlines from Desk. Now they're going after the Neurothrope. Lots of damage on the Land Raider though. Swarm Lord and the Khan effects on it, not to mention some other Tyranid stuff. Swarm Lord's going to go down, I think. Yep, las cannon's getting it done. Using the Land Raider as bait kind of thing. Khan effects will very slowly try to get away. Charges out now with the Thornback. 44 to 292. Terminator Assault Squad taking a bunch of damage. But I think they'll be okay. Seer Council have found some Vanguard veterans to chop up. Look at the damage they put out. Dropping a model. Assault Squad. Terminator Assault Squad did not drop a model. And blue team are grabbing the Western VP. Some repairs, please, for the Land Raider Redeemer. These las cannons are right next to each other. I don't think that's a good thing to do. Try and split up your setup teams if you can. So one big AoE thing can't hit them both, such as a Tyranids formation, for example. I guess they only retreat back to the Land Raider, so it's not a big deal. Here's... Oh, that was going to be a bunker, I think, but was instantly got by the Tyranids formation. Oh, look at this. Lictor Alpha of Deathclaw tried to get on the VP, I guess, and Catechans took him out. These guys don't mess around. Where's the other fella? Oh, he's on the VP. The tides are turning for the blue team here. There's still one Swarm Lord up. There it is. But these las cannons from Sealos are doing a great job now. Great job. Maybe could be a little bit further forward, but at least they're nice and safe back there, I guess. There's a Paroxysm from the Neurothroat, doing percentage-based damage per second to health. Very effective versus Terminators because they have huge health balls. So you're doing big damage per second. There's a wipe on Dark Creepers. Survived down to 2 units. What was that? Oh, that was Emperor's Wrath, probably. Maybe? Yeah, he's right here. Red team having to get their natural VP back. Red team also trying to get onto this. But Catechins are wily devils. They'll disrupt the crap out of you. Fun effects with Thorn back for adinosaurusrex. Marching maybe just through the mid. Because Catechins can't stop this fella in melee. Any repair for my Land Raider, says Desked. I guess not. There's no guardsman. Heavy Weapon Squad can repair, I believe. Paranoid does have some scouts. And they can help out with the repairs. Not much else though. Here comes a Stormlord for Sealos. That's kind of the anti-infantry Baneblade variant. Which also allows you to reinforce infantry around it and even jump inside of it. I think the lore is that because it doesn't have massive guns on it, well, massive plasma guns and that kind of thing, it can remove a bunch of the power generators, which gives room for infantry to get inside. It's still got a Mega Vulcan battle cannon or whatever it's called, which is very fun, and that should tear through the Warrior Brood and stuff. Pretty cool. 44 to 205 Catechins have been spotted by the Warrior Brood, and they are persuaded to get out of here. Improvised explosive still there, but that got spotted and taken out. Got some sneaky Ravener Brood action. Enhanced Muscle Coil. There's that Vanguard Veterans jump. It's a lot for them to take on. Commissar's there to help, so is the Apothecary, and Seer Council are being dealt with. Yeah, tons of help for the Vanguard Veterans. Seer Council are going to wipe. Survivors down to a single unit. Oh, here comes the Fire Prism, I guess. There's the Stormlord. See the space in the back for infantry to hang out. And the big old gun at the front. Vulcan Mega Bolter, maybe it's called. Something cool like that. Still got las cannons on the side sponsons. But it doesn't have a big mega battle cannon like the Baneblade or the big plasma destroyer thing like the Stormblade. It's going west side. And it's got those heavy bolters on the side as well. It's a vicious thing. I want to see it shoot some stuff. You guys gonna go through the mid? Swarmlord, Neurothroat, Carnifex. Or do they want a big old fight on the west side? Survive does have a nuke available. And if the Land Raider and this thing are close enough together, could hit them both, like right now. Doesn't have vision at the moment though. Desk is going to go and... Oh, they've got 2 Assault Terminators now. They're going to go and defend the mid. And that's a tough nut to crack. 2 Assault Terminators supported by a Force Commander's battle cry and stuff. Missile launch attacks as well. Red team need a hell of a push. A hell of a push. And a good nuke, I think. Good couple of nukes, maybe. Adinosaurusrex can also drop one. They're staring intently at this VP. Scout's giving the blue team some vision here, and the Stormlord is here to defend. The las cannons can do some work to the Carnifex at least. They are on movable sponsons. Oh, there's a whirlwind back there. And there's that Mega Bolter going in. 41 to 146 on the VPs. Carnifex nopes the hell out of there. Lictor Alpha going for a sneaky decap, but it's not going to work. Catechins are going to spot him. I don't think the red team can get back into this. At least not. They need to hit their nukes really well, I think. And look at that. Scouts of Kamikaze getting a decap. Adinosaurusrex, he lost control of his Carnifex for a while there. But thankfully has it back. Very, very old, ancient heresy era bug there. That was never fixed by Relic. I don't think they really needed to use their teleports, but they used them. I guess they were being chased. Fire Prism needs to be so careful. If 2 Assault Terminators get onto it, it's not going to last long, especially with the missile launcher potentially on it too. Lightning Claw Force Commander now. Where is he? There he is. 95 power melee DPS with a 12 power melee splash. And he attacks really quick as well, so that adds up like crazy. Looks like red team are kind of giving up here. Deathclaw says he's got a secret. Secret tunnel in the back. I don't think so, buddy. Oh, he's talking about this thing. This is not functional, I'm afraid. Looks like it's going to see out this 2-to-1 cap. Might be one more push here from Adinosaurusrex. Deathclaw has a decent army as well. Give me 1 sec, they say. This doesn't work. Gotta unlock it, they're saying. Farseer only got level 2, you know. Level 4 Lictor here, level 3 Lictor here. Level 7 Lord Commissar now has a Xenos Power Claw that he ripped off a very small war boss. And Apothecary also level 7. A little push here from Adinosaurusrex. There's the Emperor's Wrath. Some friendly fire maybe. Stormtroopers getting messed up. Vanguard Veterans jumping in. We got a Venom Cannon Carnifex here. Deathclaw has now given up their tunnel secret strategy and gone for the VP. I think on the western side. Assault Terminator is really chased. Yeah, I guess they still have their teleport available, so it's not a big deal. Lots of damage. Ravener's just staying hidden, I guess. 36 to 39 on the VPs. A single for the red team. Now a 1-to-1. What's going on this west side? Cataclysm, Paroxysm, Swarm Lord's going to go down. Leech Essence keeping it alive for a while though. So many lasguns. Just so many. Neurothrope gets out of there. It's a tier 3 Lictor somewhere. Oh, it's over it. Lord Commissar, what is he up to? Gonna die, I think. Constantly being knocked over. And eventually dies. But they're on the VP, 34 to 36. Terminator Force Commander. Oh, gives up the cap. I think he might have been able to get it there. Might have been able to get it. And then teleport away, maybe. But they have the double. And that's probably GG. I don't think they can get to the west side quickly enough. Survive. I never saw an Eldritch Storm go off. There might have been one that I missed, maybe. Survive did not bother getting anything else onto the field at all. They gave up, I think. Well, blue team are going to get it. Comeback is complete. And they win it with a 2-to-1 at the end. Have a final look at these heroes. Level 8 Lord Commissar. Level 7 Apothecary. Level 2 Farseer. Level 5 Lictor Alpha was back up. And a level 3 Lictor Alpha. The game really petered out at the end there. But was very fun up to then. And if Survive kept playing, I mean, they might have been able to do something. Might have been able to outmaneuver the red team there. Or the blue team, rather. But the blue team take it. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.